Hi there. Welcome. Come on in and get yourself nice and comfortable. And how are you today? Excited? Well, you should be, because it is your time to return to Earth. Yes, fun though the afterlife is, it's time to leave those memories and that personality and everything that makes you you behind and go back again for another go. Ready? Here's what I thought we would do. I'm not just going to send you back. I'm going to find out what your preferences would be for return and see if I can find a vessel for you that might match some of your preferences. I do want you to have fun, after all. So I have lots of questions here for you to answer about where you'd rather be and what you would rather do. Once we know all this, I'll see if I can find a match. Sound good? Marvellous. In that case, get ready for some questions. If you need a little time to think of the answers, that's absolutely fine. Sometimes they're kind of this or that questions. Sometimes a little thought is necessary. But enjoy those thoughts, because they won't be yours for much longer, will they? So let's begin with your preferences about where you'll be upon your return to Earth. Okay, so do you prefer warm or cool climates? That really does narrow down where you are going to live. Anywhere on Earth you particularly loved when you were there last time? Anywhere you loved to vacation? When you return, would you rather return near water, forest, or brick and steel? We're all so different, aren't we? Next, choose a time of day that you like the best. Morning, afternoon, or dusk? If you had to pick a favourite, I know each is pleasant in their own way. You must have missed it, right? Because we don't have that here. Or you can always change your mind. That's no problem. So when you are back on Earth, would you like to be remembered easily or blend in completely? The difficult one, isn't it? Some people just like to blend into the background, others right in the foreground. Both are wonderful. Are you drawn to solitude or connection? And would you like to keep that upon your return? In your next life, would you prefer certainty or mystery? This is another one of those, why can't it be both? Make a choice. Next, little cheeky one. Select a trait and I'll let you carry it forward. Your choices are creativity, resilience, and silence. That will come in very handy indeed. Next, do you prefer to be noticed for your voice, your ideas, or your deeds? Three very different things. People to go, I know that voice. What a marvellous mind. Or they're always doing something fantastic. Now, I can't promise this next one because sometimes it does lead to problems, but I will try my best. If you could carry one memory through with you from the afterlife, through the reincarnation process, back down to Earth, what would you choose to take with you? Have a little think about that. Try not to make it something frivolous. Try and make it something useful. And the last question from this section, are you hoping for a quiet life? Or this time would you like something a little louder? Great. That's the first section done. There are only 3. Don't worry. Next, we're going to do a little profiling, perhaps, is a good way of describing it. We've talked about your preferences, and now it's time to go a little deeper. Does that sound okay? I understand that sometimes it can be a little distressing, thinking of leaving all this behind, but I promise you, the next adventure is going to be extraordinary. So when others change their mind around you, if you've said something to change their mind or someone else has said something to change their mind, can you see it happening? Like behind those eyes. It's just a skill that is useful. Would you rather be seen as necessary or unavoidable? They are indeed 2 very different things. A hypothetical question next. Purely for my entertainment. You have no idea how many times a day I go through this process. So ever so often I throw in a question for my own personal gain. If you were able to touch the dreams of others, would you soothe them? Would you try and shape them? I understand these are slightly different questions. However, as I say, it really does assist in the placement. Your next question is, which of the following are you the most comfortable with? Being instantly recognisable, being feared, or being obeyed? That certainly narrowed down my options. Next, I'd like to know, what would you do with knowledge that worked only to your advantage? What would you do with that kind of knowledge? We're not talking about helping out your fellow humans or mankind, or even helping out the planet. Just to help you. When you're back on Earth, you might find yourself heading to a party. When you arrived at that party, if nobody knew you, would somebody quickly invite you to stay? Why? Would you rather be mistaken for somebody important, or be somebody important? If you were in a crowd of people and you could remove one collective feeling, what would it be? Love? Trust? Fear? Shame? What do you do with that kind of power? Help or hinder? When you speak and something listens, or someone, I should say, apologies, what do you hope it hears? It is always our hope that when someone returns to Earth, they have a real impact on the planet. So when your name begins to spread from mouth to mouth, Do you prefer it whispered or screamed? Good. 2/3 of the way there. Still feeling good about your return to Earth? I've got some very good ideas about where I'm going to place you. I think I have the correct vessel in mind, but we'll just double check with this last set of questions. And then after this, I have a few rules to go over with you. Then you'll be on your way. Yes, straight from here. No time to say goodbye, no time for anything. Straight back down. Very, very excited to return you to Earth. The last section is concerned with your purpose upon returning. So, I have decided that you'll return as part of someone else's story. But you'll be very much in the shadows. So which role would you prefer to inhabit? Regret? Temptation? Disappearance? Which is more useful to you? To be believed completely or doubted always? Think carefully about that one. Will it be more important to you for people to believe what you're telling them, or to doubt what they are hearing? Take your time with that answer. Would you like to reconsider? Passage back to Earth next. Your arrival. Would you like to arrive through a dream? Do you like to arrive through a scream? How will you make your grand entrance back on the greatest planet of them all? Have a listen to this statement. Your new group that you'll be with, they won't know that you're there. But they'll all change because of you. Now tell me, what's the coolest thing about that? When they look into your eyes, one thing will leave them. Hope, logic, empathy, or mercy. What would you like them to lose? What do you stand to gain the most from? and I will grant you that power. Listen to it one more time. Carefully make your selection. Hope, logic, empathy, mercy. When you're gone, how would you like your presence to linger? As a cold spot in the room? As a story people are afraid to tell? As a door that just won't open? Or as a blurry outline in all their photos? Well, this is going to be so much fun. What stories you will return with. Next, your voice will be heard the loudest at night. How will they know it's you? Is it over here? Is it over there? Where is it? What will you say? Experiment if you wish. Catchphrase is really rather easy to come up with. When they start speaking your name or the name that they arrive at for you, do you want it to feel ancient and unspoken or brand new and unforgettable? There's something to be said for both. My penultimate question before we go over the rules is that you, specifically and specially, wonderful, wonderful you, have been called back for a reason. Do you know what that is? Your final selection. Will you ruin one of them or all of them? And after that, I look forward to receiving you back up here. So I have noted all of your preferences. I have absolutely selected your vessel back on Earth. As I say, that return has been scheduled. But there are a few re-entry guidelines for you to keep you safe. Your safety is very much my priority over the next, 30 or 40 years. 10 rules. Number 1, do not say my name out loud. My name is rather recognisable down on Earth. I do not need those problems. Understand? For your first year back on Earth, avoid mirrors. They remember. I don't want you being afraid of what you see. Because I promise you, the new you is perfect. Number 3, the new you will feel unfamiliar, but it will pass. Lean into it. Enjoy every moment. Remember, feeling different is cool. Number 4, for everybody's safety, well, other than the group you're about to join, I will be watching you. Oh, all the time. I can multitask. I can do this and that, believe me. Number 4. Number 5. Apologies. Occasionally, old memories will bleed through. And if you dream of somewhere from your old life, do not go back there. That door is closed. This is your new life, your new destiny. Embrace it. Number 6, if someone does recognize you from your old life, deny it. Not that many people are going to see you. It'll be more the suggestion of you. Oh, even if they beg and plead, don't you dare. Number 7, pain will feel different. It'll come as no surprise to you now. You're not going to be human upon your return. Oh no, this new vessel, custom build. Number 8, if you hear the sound of my voice, do not follow it. It is never me, I promise. Never me. You do not want to find out who it is. Simply ignore it and on with your escapades. Number 9. Remember, you asked for this. Your choices have been recorded. I've aligned your path with what you've told me. This isn't on me, my friend. It's completely on you. And number 10, finally and wonderfully, be patient. Be patient. The terror you are about to bring to that planet will be magnificent. And I will see you again very soon, but for now, it's time to head back to Earth. Time to be reincarnated into something, well, something extraordinary.